Welcome to Life Coaching for Dance Studio Owners. Each week, we talk money, mindset, and self-care to help you live a more peaceful life and lead a more profitable business. Let's get started. Hello there. Today, I felt that it was important to share what's on my heart about what I think about things that I am seeing in our industry, specifically for dance studio owners. And that is this constant barrage of intensity around getting more students, marketing, getting our ads together, creating new ads and programs, getting kids in the door, filling all your camps and everything. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I will say that I have many colleagues and friends who have spent thousands of dollars on marketing, on getting new students in the door, on foot traffic. And what happens is you can do all of that and you can get more students. But I think what people fail to realize is getting more students is not going to solve your problems. If you have problems with finances, managing your money and your spending, and you're an impulse buyer and you spend the money and you don't have it available for the necessities, getting more students is not going to fix that. If you have staffing problems with a high staff turnover rate, you have staff that are not onboarded, they don't have the resources and the tools and the support that they need to be successful in their jobs, more students isn't going to help that. It's going to exacerbate these issues. If you have problems with your own leadership, your own confidence, your fears, your fear of failure, your fear of talking to the dance parents, your fear of telling the staff no. If you have that, having more students won't fix things. And the biggie that I see time and again is if you don't have a handle on your pricing and you are not priced appropriately, then getting more students is not going to fix your problems. You see, so many of us struggle with all of these problems, yet we turn to marketing to fix those problems, and that's not going to fix it. How many of you are using Facebook ads right now, currently running Facebook and Google ads? Spending countless hours trying to get things right in Canva so you can post it online for someone to see it for half a second. You're spending so much energy around quote unquote marketing, and what's actually happening is that you might actually be getting more students, but you have a retention problem where you can't keep up with the students you're leaving. You can't keep up with the staff that are leaving. You can't keep up with the new random things that just keep popping up and you don't know how to handle it. You're mentally exhausted. You're physically exhausted. You're constantly teaching. You're constantly in this place where every time you take 2 steps forward, it's 1 step back. And so while your student numbers have grown, what's going on inside your own thoughts and feelings each day is emotionally exhausting you. You have reached a point of burnout, not because of your student numbers, but because you don't have the systems and the staff in place to sustain and scale your business. You don't have those things in place, and it makes it so difficult to actually even feel like you're a success, right? Because you could hit that magical number. Some people have numbers. Maybe for you, you have this number. You want to just hit 100 students. Maybe it's 300 students. Maybe you want to hit 1,000 students. You want to do that because you think that when you get to that point, then you will feel this way. Maybe you think, if I get to 100 students, then I'll start paying myself. Maybe you're thinking, if I get to 200 students, then I'll hire that office manager. Maybe you're thinking, if I get to 300 students, then I'll have a full-time assistant. Then I'll stop subbing for classes. Then I'll stop washing the toilets, right? We get ourselves into this thought where we believe that this future thing, that if we could just reach this number of students, that then, and only then, are we going to reach that next level of success, of financial, thriving and wellness. But my friends, I hate to tell you this, but that's not the case. And I know this to be true because what happens is we as humans, we get ourselves in this headspace of believing this and we hold ourselves back. The very thing we're doing to try to solve our problems is the thing that's holding us back. Now, here's a perfect example. People believe that if I just drop weight, if I get to this ideal weight, if I drop 50 pounds, when I drop 50 pounds, then I will be more beautiful. I'll be able to fit my clothes better. I'll feel better about myself. I'm going to be able to do all these things. I'm going to attract the right partner. And in the process of telling ourselves that when we lose 50 pounds, then we'll be happy, then we'll achieve, then we will attract, it makes that space of where we are right now feel so miserable, feel so exhausted, feel so disappointed in ourselves. And that's what we're doing with our students. We're thinking that if we get 24 more kids, then we can do XYZ. We can buy that thing. We can do that thing, and then I'll feel happy. But my friends, I have to tell you, you can find that happy today. You don't have to wait to reach that magical golden student number that your husband is bothering you to tell you. When are you going to get more students? Did you hit 300 yet? And when we emotionally feel this tension that we're not there yet, we get this loop of misery. And it's to the point where we don't want to go on. We don't want to teach. We don't want to talk to anybody. We don't want to talk to the parent who has a question, right? So what you can do in the here and now is work on your thoughts. Because you see, our thoughts create our feelings, and our feelings create our actions. So if we think that when we lose 50 pounds or when we get to 200 students, if we think that that's when we're going to be happy, then guess when we're going to be happy? Well, it's not right now, is it? We're not going to find joy in what we do right now, is it? Right? We're not going to do those things because we've already told ourselves in our mind, in our subconscious, in our mindset, that we're not happy now. We're not successful now. We're not in a place of peace now. But what if we flip the script, right? What if we tackle the challenges that we all inevitably have? What if we tackle those challenges right now? What if we decide from this day forward, I'm going to set my pricing according to what I actually need to make for this to be a sustainable business, right? There's studio owners who have done this. I've worked with them, I'm friends with them, and they found, in fact, that you can reduce your student numbers, charge a higher price, encourage multi-class students, and you can make more money with 80 students than 200 if you are doing it the right way. You don't need to go down the path of exhaustion and burnout. It's not necessary. This idea in our heads that hard work, constantly hard work every day. Don't sit still. Grind and hustle, grind and hustle. Hard work is going to get you where you want to be happy and successful. It's a lie. How many of you were working 80 hours a week in your studio and hard work? You're always so busy and you don't even feel happy. You don't feel successful. You don't feel like you can take time off. This is what happens when we talk about mindset. When we believe that in some future time we'll be happy if we just do this. But what we can do is change our thoughts today. We can change our thoughts today to remind ourselves of what we do have, where we are, that maybe we need to make a change in staffing. Maybe we need to get that person their certification so they feel confident. Maybe we need to fire that preschool teacher who's not doing a good job. Maybe we need to just say like, hey, my summer programs needs to cost more. Maybe we need to adjust that tuition. Maybe instead of working so dang hard creating the latest ad in Canva, we just incentivize current students to take more classes. Maybe we schedule classes back to back to make it easier for parents to just drop their kid off for 2 hours. What if we change the conversation from I'll be happy when, or I need 20 more kids in order to think about it in a new light? Think about tackling your actual problems and stop trying to fix things with marketing. You know, there's a lot of options out there if marketing is what you're doing, right? And that's where you are struggling. And I know the good companies out there will tell you that if you are doing marketing to get more students, you also have to have the system to onboard and convert those leads that they're getting you, convert those leads into paying clients, and then nurture and retain them. You see, first, you've built your studio. You have built your studio. You've made this dream come true. And next, you're trying to scale. And this is where the problem is. You cannot scale until you optimize. You build, you optimize, you scale. When you do it in that order, you fix the systems, you fix the staffing, you fix all these pieces so that you can actually scale sustainably and grow your company. When you get strategic about working on these areas, then when you get more students, it won't break your systems. It won't put a strain on your staff and your operations. It will just feel like, hey, this is great. We're growing. We've got more income. We've got more students. We've got staff that are fully equipped to take care of them. You see, my friends, when you put all your eggs in the basket of getting more students in order to fix your problems, you're putting yourself in a place of vulnerability that you don't need to be. You're vulnerable to attack by any means. If you're afraid that a teacher is going to take all your students, well, how much harder is it for them to quote unquote take your students if you offer a damn good price, a damn good offering, your program, damn good staff? You're doing the very best and offering the very best that you can with true, authentic customer service, care, and nurture. The reason you're probably afraid that someone's going to steal your students is because you know that there's areas of your business that are a hot mess. It's hard to take someone who doesn't want to be taken. Getting more students shouldn't be about getting warm bodies. It's about sharing the love of dance with more people. It's about giving more children a sense of self and confidence and making new friends and working as a team. The reward is the paycheck, the money we have to put back into our business to add new floors or refresh the mirrors and bars, giving staff a salary increase. That's the reward. But if we're just struggling and getting more students, but not working on our systems, not working on getting ourselves on payroll, not working on all these things, then getting more students is going to break our business and it's going to break us. My friends, I know that this is a difficult thing. I know that we are in a season where some studios are running ads and paying the money for these ads and not getting as many new students as they thought they would have based on the prior years. I know that some of us are looking at more students, more problems. More students, more using up all the resources at the building. More students, more wear and tear on your business. More students, more people who are confused about what day the recital is, even though you've told them 5 times. More people that you have to remember to put on the email list so they get the thing. More students that you have to talk about for uniforms. You see, it's not enough to just get more students. And I urge you to take a hard look at your business. What are the things that need work? I know in my studio, I'm reminded of these things. I look for these things. You can't put your head down in the sand. You got to look. What are the things that I need to work on? How do I continue to improve every single chance I get? What you're going to do is take a look at your business. Write down all the things that you would like to see changed for the better. And then tackle one thing, exactly one thing, not 5 things at once. Tackle one thing and watch how that will make a change and it'll make ripples throughout your business. Your staff will notice these small changes. And as they say, those hinges on the door jamb, they're small hinges moving big doors. Small changes in your business can make big impact. So I urge you to take the time to evaluate your business, to look at it from all angles and all areas, your staffing, your onboarding. How do you convert a lead? Are you attracting people who are actually a good fit for your business, both as customers and staff? Figure out what those areas are and get to work on your one thing today. I wish you the best. Hey there, if you're finding value in our podcast and want to dive deeper, I'd love to work with you through my coaching program. Together, we can tackle the challenges of running a dance studio and find your path to peace and profits as a business owner. Visit gingerhaithcox.com/coaching and get started today.